How you doing, guys?
Hi. Welcome back to What Didn't Make the Shelf. This is episode 5. And in the month of May, I watched 6 movies that didn't make the shelf. So back by popular demand, here we go. Without further ado, I have movie number 1. Sorry, Kevin Smith, but it is Yoga Hosers. We have Lily Rose Depp, Harley Quinn Smith, Kevin Smith, and Johnny Depp. Blu-ray with the slip. This is from 2016, and this is 88 minutes of crazy goodness. 15-year-olds Colleen Collette and Colleen McKenzie are on their smartphones constantly. They sing in a small band, R.I.P. ears, and they take yoga classes. The girls will do just about anything to receive an invitation to a senior party. But when they discover that the leader of a Nazi splinter group has been raising an army of monsters beneath the store where they work, the teens team up with a legendary manhunter, Johnny Depp, to stop the world with a threatening uprising. Yeah. And there are exclusive bonus featurettes. It says it right there. But it does not say what they are. They're that special. I took the liberty of jotting it down when I had it in the player. And these special exclusive bonus features are, wait for it, a trailer and behind the scenes. No wonder why they didn't mention it. But anyway, there's not much of anything on there, so sorry about that. That's their quote. The Canada is thick in this one. The Canada?
Canada?
Eh? No cuts. The Canadian accent is thick with this one. It's just stupid funny. It didn't really jive with me. I'm not a fan of it. Hey, if you are, let me know. I'm so glad you enjoyed this. I took down a quote. Yoga is 90% mental and the other half is physical. And that is a Yogi Bear quote. It had an odd beginning and an odd ending. There was singing in the beginning, so just be forewarned. There's savage sausages and accent. Wunderbar. Wonderful. So, sorry about that. I didn't like it. It didn't make the shelf. But there is a Stan Lee appearance, which was good. But still, it didn't make the shelf. So, sorry about that. If you've seen the movie, you get the annoying quote. Joe, do you have any final thoughts for this?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't want to see it. It was a movie I really wasn't going to get in the collection. But I decided, I found it at Dollar Tree. It was $1. I picked it up. Marie watched it before me, said how bad it was, and I just lost any little ounce of interest I even had to watch it.
Inquiring minds want to know. We do have every Kevin Smith movie, but not now.
Not anymore.
And because Stan Lee's in it, I gave it 1 star. So, there you go.
So, if you want to check out Yoga Hoses, check it out. But it didn't make our shelf. But
sorry about that.
Yeah. But that's it right there. Yoga Hoses.
All right, this next one. You're in for a real treat. You've been warned. James Morgan, you might be interested in this one. But anyway, this one gets the all-day pass from me. So, stand by. This is a lovely film from Artisan DVD, Wet n Wild, and it is from 1994. It is the one you've been waiting for, Tropical Tease. I watched this, let me say, and I need to read the back for them. Hold on. When a bumbling, I'm bumbling, excuse me. That was bad.
She's bumbling as bad as this movie.
No, this is worse. When a bumbling hitman, I thought it said Whitman. I was thinking of Whitman's chocolates.
No.
That's why I bumbled. Anyway. Rabbit hole. Rabbits. I love rabbits. Anyway. When a bumbling... How many times did I read this?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway. When a bumbling hitman arrives on a beautiful Miami beach, he insists to find his wife in bed with a local lifeguard. Hilarious adventures ensue. See that word?
Yeah.
Ensue.
That's my word.
When the clumsy Bernie Clumsy Marie. When the clumsy Bernie attempts to protect his honor and employs his dubious skills as an assassin, the topless, I forgot her name already. We'll just call her Savelle. Oh yeah. The topless Savelle Beach Resort will never be the same as Bernie seeks redemption among the Cabana Boys and partially bikini-clad residents of the tropical hotspot. You want to show them the cheese real quick?
Yeah.
There's some artwork on the back. It has a Martinez in it, I noticed as the cast was running. And any relation, cousin?
No relation.
Thank God. Anyway, it's 92 minutes. 92 minutes I've lost of my life so I could do this review. I literally had this on while doing stuff just so I could clarify my curiosity for this tease of a movie. But anyway, I'm sure you're enjoying the artwork. About 1 minute and 30 seconds in, I had to take notes on this one, so if you'll excuse me. 1 minute and 30 seconds in, never had a chance. Get ready for this one. There was tits, things that I could not unsee, bad acting, and a blow-up doll. Yes, I said blow-up doll. And tits. Twice. All in about 2 minutes. My mind was, yeah. So, for you guys, I took down more notes and highlights, if you will. So, I could produce this lovely gem. Dishonorable highlights include a farting scene, a beeper on vibrate scene. And I can see these scenes in my head, and I apologize. A blender on scene. Electricity that involves two people scene. Do the math here. Subtract the clothes. Add two people. Okay.
You get the hint.
You with me? But yeah. Okay. It ended up just as ridiculous as it started. There were cheesy voices. I mean, the voices in this were bad. There was screaming in the water in the beginning and screaming in the water at the end. So thank you, Jaguar Pictures. The bonus features include basically nothing. It's full screen. The movie's bad anyway. Dolby stereo surround, interactive menus, and a scene index. And it's digitally remastered.
With special features like that, you have to buy this film.
Yeah, but wait, there's more. They didn't stop there. There is a scene index. Let me spin this artwork for you. Don't want you to miss anything. There is disc artwork and a scene index. Vanna. Thanks. Get all that goodness. This is just so bad. So bad. A minute and 30 seconds in, I'm like, Joe, I'm shutting this off. But I watched this just so I could tell you all the goodness in it. But, yeah.
Yeah, when Marie put this in, she's like, I want to check it out. Because we got this movie from Down to Movie.
Thanks, Rick.
Yeah, thanks, Rick. And
He picked it, not me.
I did. But I went off the spine alone. But I was showering that day. It was sometime during the week, and I came out.
I had to show.
And she's like, Joe, you got to come over here. So I stood there for literally 2 minutes, and I was like, Marie, just shut this off. I'm like, it's so bad. It is not making the shelf. I'm like, don't even waste your time in this film. She goes, Joe, I started it. I'm going to finish it. I'm like, you're better than I am, because I would have shut that thing off and tossed it.
This is like creepy, like Suburban?
No.
Arthropodagus?
No.
If you've been watching our
Serbian.
videos for a while.
Serbian.
This is as creepy as that film, but worse. It's cheese. If you want some eye candy, there you go. Asses on tits. Okay.
Yeah.
Goodbye. This got a 0.5 because they tried. I enjoy the scene index card, and they put artwork on the disc. So for those of you that like artwork on the disc, there you go. Would you get that thing out of my sight already?
Yeah, but Tropical Tease. It was a tease that was ever a movie whatsoever.
Well, by that you.
I don't know, but pretty bad. So, tropical teas.
All right, moving right along. If you're still with me, we're up to movie number 3. And it is Night School on Blu-ray. It has Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish.
Yep.
I generally love Kevin Hart. Well, not literally, but I enjoy his movies. And basically, it's about Kevin Hart going back to school to get his GED because he failed. He was a dropout. And he needs to get his GED in order to get a better job, to get the girl, to get the money. Snowball effect.
Yep.
There you go. He actually watched this one with me.
I did.
There are some bonus features on that. There's over an hour of hilarious bonus content. I did not watch any of this bonus content. There is an alternate opening and deleted scenes and a gag reel. I will probably check that out before it makes its way, completely out of the movie room. But I just wanted to see the movie. It looked really good. But I don't want to talk about the movie too much because I actually kind of enjoyed it. I didn't laugh as much as I'd like to, but it's a hell of a lot better than the first 2 I mentioned. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it doesn't need to stay on the shelf, but it had a nice ending. It wasn't a pointless, dumb ending. This is from 2018, if I didn't mention it.
What'd you give it?
I give it a 2.5.
Like she said, I actually did watch this one. I enjoy Kevin Hart as well. Think Like a Man is one of our favorite movies that he's in. And it's actually really funny. Mm-hmm. But Night School, to me, was, the typical PC formulaic kind of comedies that we get nowadays. That pretty much when you put it in, as people say with Hallmark movies, you pretty much know the story from beginning to end and everything that's going to happen in the middle.
It's a paint by number. You can already see it.
Yeah. And that's pretty much what Night School is. Just pretty much like Marie just said. It's a paint by numbers, typical, modern day comedy. Is it funny in some parts? Yes, but it didn't give us a laugh. It maybe gave us a smirk.
His voice is a little annoying at times.
Yeah. But, for what it was, good popcorn for a one-time watch. It kept you watching it, but, not really invested into the film. But I didn't mind it that much. I would give it probably like a 1.5, almost a 2.
I hold mine up a little bit higher than him with comedies.
Yeah.
But there was a puke scene in there that almost made me puke. I was like, gross. But his voice was a little irritating at times, but it was funny. He's kind of like a mama's boy.
Yeah.
He gets his grilled cheese with the crust cut off. You want me to go make you bad? Okay. Yeah. Stuff like that.
But, yeah, Night School. It was pretty good, like I said. But, to me, one-time watch, no rewatchability.
Exactly. All right, this next title is for you, Rick. This one is for Down to Movie. It is from 2006, and it is Borat. Cultural learnings of America for make benefit the glorious nation of Kazakhstan. Now, I was on the hunt for this in Massachusetts for like a couple months, and every copy I found was scratched or a hockey puck, and I just didn't want to pick it up, or I'm like, no, I don't.
Probably people thought that it was as bad as we did and just had to scratch it.
I go to PA with Rick on our trip, and I find copies like you read about. I'm like, well, there's 10 copies. There's 3 copies at that store. And I'm like, okay, finally got a copy. So thanks, Rick, for finding this in PA. And I watched it. And here are my thoughts, good sir. Don't hurt me, please. And giving it a little summarize. Borat is from Kazakhstan, and he needs to go to America on this journey to learn the cultural ways and the teachings, traditions, how do you say, like, American techniques, our habits, if you will, if you want to learn American habits. But Borat encounters a lot of women and a lot of men. Very nice. Some of it's kind of creepy to me. I did not find it very funny. but some parts were interesting. It's a one-time watch. Definitely glad that I watched it once, just so I can say that I watched it nice. I mean, watched it nice. I have him on the brain. Glad I watched it once so I could get your references, Rick. And I did watch the second one, which I like the second one more than this one. I don't know. But his accent didn't bother me that much. He has an accent in it. It's a very nice once watch, if you will. I gave it a 2. I hope that's very nice. What do you think about it, Joe?
I've never seen it. I never had any interest in it.
You don't need to.
I watched the second one for the sole purpose of I was in the room when Marie watched it. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have watched it. I've never thought Sacha Baron Cohen was funny in a comedic sense. You know, some of his dramas that he did, like the Chicago 7 that we saw, I thought he was really good in that. But in pretty much, you know, in this or, you know, Ali G and all that, I was just never a fan of that stuff. Again, it's just, I don't think he's funny.
Not for kids, by the way.
No.
Not for kids. There's a scene with a guy and another guy. And there's a scene with a girl and a guy.
But,
yeah,
it just wasn't my bag. So I never wanted this in the collection.
But I wanted to check it out because I had to see what everybody was talking about and just watch it once because I am curious, and sometimes I watch bad movies. If you love this movie, great. I have no problem with it. I love hearing opinions. I love hearing, you know, what you liked and why. So let me know.
Yeah, but Borat.
I'm sorry.
Very sorry.
Very nice. All right, movie number 5 that I watched that didn't make the shelf for the month of May is Child of Satan. Thank you, Horror Pack, for sending this gem along. They had me at Satan. I was curious. It has a baby carriage. I kind of like possessed child movies. So this has a no-name cast, but it's got some fancy artwork. I do dig that artwork. This is from 2017. I don't know if I said that or not.
No.
But anyway, knowledge leads to extinction. After an accident during her baby shower, Allison, a dedicated nurse, is rushed to the hospital. Is it that good?
No.
After the birth of her son, strange events emerge. Vivid dreams and unexplained killings. There's not much back artwork. It's mostly just a tree with a skull. I see a skull in the tree, actually. I felt the end wasn't finished. It was kind of a slow moving movie.
It was a slow burn.
Yeah. And it didn't hold my interest like Tropical Tease was so bad. I was happy that I watched it just for the sole purpose of the possessed baby. The baby was kind of creepy.
Yeah.
So it has the evil eye, if you will. And towards the end, it didn't, excuse him. He had a second shot today.
Yeah.
That's okay. Give him an all-night pass.
Exactly. All day.
No, all night. With
Okay.
at
That's
night.
right.
See what I did there? All night?
I see what you did.
I had to get that in there somewhere. But for the nice artwork and the creepy baby, I give it a 1. I don't really hold it too high on the list. If you're curious about this one, put it towards the bottom of the stack. But you can check it out if you like moms with a creepy baby that just stares at you and then you're possessed and you do weird things. But yeah, I don't want to say too much about it. There it is.
Yeah, I watched this with Marie. Well, this was one of our afternoon watches. And I was intrigued to watch it when Horror Pack sent it because it reminded me of, you know, like every other thing.
The opposite of Jesus.
No. Well, it reminded me of Rosemary's Baby.
There's rosary beads in there.
Yeah. So, it gave me that Rosemary's Baby kind of feel by looking at the cover and everything else. And I was thinking it was kind of going to be a ripoff of that. But No, it wasn't, and is just worse. So, like I
Not
said,
at all. It wasn't even a ripoff of Rosemary's Baby. It was worse, yes.
yeah. If they would have done a ripoff of Rosemary's Baby, I thought it would have been better than the story that they actually portrayed in this. But I didn't think it was that good. I didn't think the story was that good. It was kind of weak. Some of the acting was pretty bad. Some of the special effects I didn't really care for neither. And all around, it fell flat to me.
There was a nanny feeding the child a baby bottle in the crib that was empty.
Yeah.
I did notice the baby bottle was empty.
But
little stuff like that.
Yeah, it fell flat. It just wasn't good. It wasn't well executed. And
a hint of low budgery.
Yeah.
Can I steal your Joeism?
You can.
Thank you.
But it's just something, I watched and I was bored, but hey, it is what it is. I decided to check it out. I actually give this a 1. But yeah.
Nice artwork.
But that's about it. Child of Satan.
All right, this last movie is actually a rewatch for me, and it is from 2015 from Shudder, and it is Don't Grow Up. I'm going to read it back. It's basically about all these young teenagers that are living in a facility, and all of a sudden there are no parents. So a group of teenage delinquents are living in a youth center, and they wake up and find themselves all alone with no one to watch over them. And the teens celebrate their newfound freedom by partying, playing loud music, visualizing a life without guardians. So they basically hang out and do drugs and drink for a while and stuff. And they're having a hoot of a time. And after the excitement fades, they decide to leave the group home for good. Upon arriving in a nearby town, they find streets deserted in a post-apocalyptic state. Excuse him again.
Yeah, tired.
We wanted to film this for you. And the few adults they do encounter all seem to be infected by a mysterious epidemic.
Epidemic.
Did I say epidemic?
I think she did.
Making them all bloodthirsty. Bloodthirsty. I can't say bloodthirsty tonight. And psychotic. In order to survive, they all will have to band together to find a route to safety. And there are special features on here, and there's the making of Don't Grow Up, and basically an inside the group casting characters. Sorry about that. I mean, sorry about the laughing. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the non-edited version. There you go. You can show them the back if you didn't already.
Yeah.
Don't Grow Up. Again, it had a different beginning. It didn't hook me in. It was just kind of... went. But, I was definitely not a fan of the ending. I'm not going to say how it ends, because you could watch it once. It's okay to watch it once. It's not terrible. There are worse things out there.
Trust me. I know.
Yeah.
We both know.
Red Summer.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a tease. But anyway, because someone lives at the end, I give it a 1. Because someone lives at the end. But the ending was just... If you've seen the movie.
Yeah. I've seen the movie. When this first came out, I almost bought it at Walmart day one.
I didn't want to kill their eardrums.
But I bought it later on. I think I bought this on eBay. I don't remember. But I found it, no, it was on Mercari, and I found it cheap. A guy had it. I checked it out. I think me and Marie actually watched it together the first time. And I thought it was, the beginning reminded me of 28 Days Later, if anybody's seen that. That pretty much you wake up and everybody's gone and they don't realize right off the bat that something actually happened until they, go out and figure out that, anybody who's young stuck around, everybody who's old is gone. Kind of like a Lord of the Flies kind of thing, kind of mentality of, how everything was going on, that they all had groups and hierarchy and how everything worked.
Is that the one 28 Days Later where all the kids are laying in the gym in a hospital bed and it hits a certain time?
No.
And they all go ding. They all like
No.
pop out of their beds.
No, that's not the movie.
I forget what movie that was, but
I don't remember.
that was a good movie.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Don't Grow Up.
But I thought it was, like I said, the beginning kind of intrigued me just because it reminded me of other films. The middle, it kind of, again, I didn't think they told the story that well. I just thought it was kind of boring because it was just...
There wasn't enough excitement.
No, the kids were just walking around talking, and there wasn't really anything to grab you. And I honestly, the story wasn't...
Should have did that in 3D.
The story wasn't that good on how they tried to build the characters, because honestly, as the people were dying, I really didn't care about any one of them, just because they really never really talked about the characters whatsoever in this movie. As she said, in the end, somebody does survive. Most horror movies, they do.
I'm not going to tell you who, but...
Yeah, but, the ending I just thought was kind of a cop-out. It was just, But,
it was definitely... It's been a while since I watched it, so I wanted to check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not making the shelf.
No.
A 1.5.
Yeah, I give it a 2. Just for, I like post-apocalyptic kind of films.
Did I say 1 or 1.5? I gave it a 1.5.
Yeah, you said 1.5. But yeah, Don't Grow Up. That's going to be the last one that we'll be talking about. Don't Grow Up for the month of May. But that is all of them that we have for this month. Nice small stack. As Marie said, well, she didn't say it in this video, we were gone for most of the month. So, this month she only got through 6 titles for what didn't make the shelf. Mm-hmm. We have, trust me, boxes. Over, boxes and boxes
content
to keep on making these. So, hopefully you guys check them out. You enjoy them. Like I said, we get to talk about some good badness in our hand.
Good badness.
Yeah, because it's not good goodness.
We don't need these. Maybe you do.
Yeah, if anybody's interested in any of those titles, it's something that you want to see.
They just want tropical teas for the content, for the visuals.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Like I said, in my in the description box will be my Instagram. DM me.
Yep.
Or my email will be in there as well. Shoot me an email if you don't use Instagram, and, let's wheel and deal on any of these titles. If you don't want them, hey, I'll put them up for sale. But
those were the ones that I didn't care for.
Yeah. So, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, hey, there'll be videos before and after.
And other videos. This is just one time a month.
Yeah.
For these videos.
Exactly. If you want to sub to us, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, and we'll have more videos for you. If you want to leave a comment down below about any of the titles that we talked about, start typing away. Maybe you've seen these.
Rick.
Maybe you enjoyed them, like Borat, that I know a lot of people enjoy. But
maybe they want to thank me for checking out a certain title and giving them all those dishonorable highlights.
Yeah. But until next time, guys.
Until next month.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry about that.
Sorry.